In this video, you'll learn typical spellings and pronunciation for the j consonant in English. J is probably the least used sound in the English language. But even so, there are several common words that include it, so we can't ignore the j sound. You'll hear it in words like Asian, massage, television, usually, treasure, luxury, and genre. To produce the j sound, first start with the sh sound. If you have trouble with the sh, let's go through the mouth position for that one right now. Now first, pull the sides of your mouth in and push out your lips like this. Shh. Shh. Now your mouth is almost closed, but you need to leave a small space between your upper and lower teeth so they don't touch each other. Take a look. Shh. There's just a small space between my teeth there. Now you want to feel the sides of your tongue, back and the back, touching the insides of your upper front teeth, like this. Shh. So my tongue on both sides is touching the upper front teeth on the inside. Now the front of your tongue touches nothing. Leave it loose. Make sure it does not touch your front teeth at all. Try it with me here. Shh. Now did you pull in your mouth and pull out your lips? Shh. Now where is your tongue? Is your tongue loose? Is it in the front here, but not touching? Shh. Now let's try that in some common words. She, shoe, shop, shadow, fish, and cash. Now in order to make the j sound, your mouth is in the exact same position. The only difference is that the j sound has voicing. The sh, the sh, is voiceless, meaning that only air is passing through your mouth. You don't use your voice at all for this one. So listen. Shh. To make the j sound, your vocal cords need to vibrate. You can feel that here in your throat. Do it with me here. J. It helps if you put your thumbs here and your hands on your neck because you can feel the vibration throughout your whole neck here and in the hollow of your throat. J. J. Now let's start with the sh sound and move to the j sound. I'm going to use the name Sean, and then we're going to move to the word Jean. Let's start with Sean with the sh, voiceless. Sean. Now turn on your voice as you're pronouncing the sh. J. Jean. Jean. Now how is that? Was that easy? Well, maybe not easy, but hopefully you've got the idea. Now the word Jean is not really a word, but it is the first syllable of the word genre, which is one of the few words in English that begins with a j sound. It's also the name of a famous actor, Jean-Claude Van Damme. Now it's very rare to hear this sound at the beginning of a word in English. Where we do hear this sound is usually in the middle or at the end of an English word. But you may not recognize it because it can be spelled a few different ways. So let's take a look now at the spellings you can expect for the j sound. You've already seen the GE spelling with genre. Some other words with this spelling are massage, garage, beige, espionage, and lingerie. There are a few other words ending in GE with this pronunciation, But the words I've given you for practice here are the ones you're likely to use. Now you may see the j sound spelled with si. There are several common words ending in sion with a j pronunciation. And they're television, decision, version, conclusion, division, explosion, confusion, and occasion. Now here's something important to note. Words spelled with double S-I-O-N are pronounced with an SH sound instead of a j sound. Examples of this include discussion, professional, passion, and there are many others also. A super common word with an S-I-A spelling is Asia or Asian. Another word you may use is Persian, but there are relatively few other words with this spelling that have a j pronunciation. And they're words you probably won't use often. So it's easy, just memorize Asian and Persian, and you really don't need to really remember the other few words, unless you're a medical professional or a soap opera star, because these words are anesthesia and amnesia. And there are several words with a j pronunciation that are spelled S-U-R-E, like treasure, measure, pleasure, leisure, and closure. And again, if there's a double S, the pronunciation is sh rather than j, like in the words pressure or assure. And a very similar word, but spelled slightly differently, is luxury. It has the same sound as those ending in S-U-R-E. And seizure is also a similar one, but uses a Z rather than an S in its spelling. Finally, there are a few words with S-U-A-L spelling where you hear the j sound. The ones you're likely to use are usual and usually, casual and visual. Let's try this sound now in some sentences. What version of Visual Studio are you using? My sister and I got a massage and did some lingerie shopping. We usually practice in the garage. It's not a formal occasion. You can wear casual clothes. Was your trip to Asia for business or pleasure? Now that's all for the j sound. What other consonants do you find difficult? The TH, the V, the dark L, the T? Why don't you keep watching and practice those sounds as well? You can find a link to each of those video lessons in the description of this video. Thanks for watching.